Apex Legends. Every season they add a new legend. Every season they change up the loot tables. For example, Alternator, RE45 get disruptor rounds. Seasons later, take them out of the game, then bring them back. It's strange. I don't understand why Apex Legends is so bad. There's way too many factors. We could say a lot of things as to why Apex Legends is so bad. And I think that on the surface level, it may seem simple, but in truth, it is likely quite complex. But here are just some reasons why I'm sure Apex Legends is going to die very soon. First off, Apex Legends is a team-based game. And so your teammates are very important. Most of the time you get bad teammates, wah, cry about it, right? But when you think about why you're getting bad teammates or the root of the problem, there's only a couple conclusions you can draw, and most rational people just decide it's not worth playing if I'm not going to be getting good teammates. Now, I've played Apex Legends since release, and one of the things that I realized after leaving for about 3 seasons, not consecutively, but just I took a hiatus on about 3 seasons and didn't play because I was just not feeling it. But after coming back, I realized that the people around me did not get better. I was still getting trash randoms, and that was something that was a driving force in getting better, but also it was discouraging. Why is it that it seems as if the player retention isn't actually being applied to the highest level of skilled players? It's like the high skilled players, they just burn out and they're like, Apex is not fun anymore. But it's almost as if instead of catering to the player base, Respawn is catering to the idea that Apex is growing and Apex will keep growing. I understand that it's a product, but the integrity of your product is important. And I believe that it's the players that are in the player base, or they like the game, they play it often, that are bringing in money anyway. So it's like, why are you catering to some new people who just downloaded the game a season ago? It feels as if we've kind of been forgotten in a sense. I feel as if for the longest time the player base has wanted solos, and Respawn has been adamant about not adding solos. It doesn't make sense. Solos is literally the solution to almost all of the problems. One of the major problems with Apex Legends currently is the matchmaking. Correct? It's a team-based game. The matchmaking is either giving you no teammates at all, one teammate, or just 2 teammates and they're not really that good. You are not consistently running into players your level on your team, but it feels like you're consistently running into 3 stacks that are on your level. It doesn't make sense. Yesterday, I ran into a once in the blue moon type of unicorn. It was a 40k octane and a 20k wraith, and that getting 2 randoms like that never happens. It actually never happens. Like, it happens so little that saying never is like not even an exaggeration. What I'm trying to say is, with problems like what you're about to see on the screen happening, combined with just bad randoms, and then problems that, like, issues that aren't being fixed, but we're moving on as if they're fine. Like this season 13, people were complaining about like Loba's alt not working. That's happened so many times before, but that's literally just like a small problem compared to the grand scheme of problems. Like, I'm not trying to say that like Loba mains are insignificant, but the fact that we're just like all concerned about one one little problem when that's been happening for the longest time. It's not new. Like, literally, look at Mirage's tactical. He sends out his decoy and it dies. Like, the developers haven't had a fix for that since Mirage was like released. Like, wasn't Mirage there from the start? I made Bangalore at first, so I don't really know, but I know for a fact that since like season 1, Mirage's decoy has literally been broken and there's just no fix, or it seems as if the developers do not want to fix it. And so all I'm saying is Apex is inevitably going to die if Respawn does not switch its focus from the future to the past. I understand that it's a game and so it's hard to fix some problems, and while sure that's true, just because it's hard to fix a problem doesn't mean that you can't fix it, especially when a lot of your eyes and a lot of your hands are invested in the future when the current integrity of the game is not optimal. Like, matchmaking is one of the most basic parts of the game, and if you can't even get that right, then what is the point of having people play? Like, literally, why are there 57 people in the lobby and then there's 3 teams that are just solos? It's like, you would rather fill up the lobby with teams in air quotations rather than put the 3 people who ended up solo in one team and just start the match with 2 less teams. It doesn't make sense. There's like so many like practical things that like the developers seem to be overlooking. Like, solos is actually in the game files, but you're not going to release it. First of all, it's a battle royale. Do you understand what a battle royale is? Every single battle royale has solos. It's not about balancing because you released it and it wasn't balanced. There's going to be players who are put in a weak spot because they aren't that viable for solos. Okay, it doesn't matter. It's just solos. Like, it doesn't make sense. I am just under the impression that continuing to advance forward without solving any problems or even addressing things that need to be addressed, it's like you're pretty much just stabbing yourself multiple times. Well, with that all being said, I hope I didn't sound too complaining, and I hope you guys can see where I'm coming from. I know that each of us could probably create a list of like 3 things since the start of the game that haven't even been fixed. But every season there's been a new character added. Well, thanks for watching my widget. Peace out. Leave a like and subscribe if you agree. Share this with your Respawn developer friends.